Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History,
Historical calendar,
and the website onthisday.com. You know, I'd like to have you do the intro every now and then. We gotta get you a webcam or something. Anyway, for links to those sources, the music, and anything else we gather throughout the show, check the description. I am A.O. Xander.
me, look.
And today is Thursday, aka Thursday, April 14th, 2022.
Started.
Yep. Wait, you or me?
You.
Oh, okay. In the year 43 BC, which is 2,064 years ago, the Battle of Forum Gallorum between the forces of Mark Antony and legions loyal to the Roman Senate under the overall command of Consul Gaius Pansa commenced. Alright. That's interesting. Forum Gallorum. That's an interesting battle name.
For an alarm. The alarm. A forum.
You gotta get that DeLorean to get that. I don't know.
DeLorean. The DeLorean. Okay, enough of the dumb, cheesy, dumb jokes. 69, Vercilius, commander of the Rhine army, defeat Emperor Arthro in the Battle of Verestium to take power of Rome.
Two Roman things. Then in 966, after his marriage to the Christian Dubravka of Bohemia, the pagan ruler of Polis, Myzigo I, converted to Christianity, which is an event considered to be the founding of the Polish state. Happy birthday, Poland.
Yes. Also, 1294.
No, 972. 972. Sorry.
Well, 972, co-emperor Otto II, a son of Otto I the Great, marries the Byzantine princess Theopandra, she is crowned empress by Pope John the 13th.
At Rome. Another Rome thing. Jumping on up into 1294, which is 728 years ago. Temur, grandson of Kublai, was elected Khagan of the Mongols and Emperor of the Yuan dynasty with the reigning titles Oljitu and Shenjizhong. And then in 1471?
1471, in England, the Yorkists under Edward IV defeat the Lancastrians under the Earl of Warwick at the Battle of Barnet. The Earl is killed and Edward IV resumes the throne.
Well, yeah, see, once again, like, you put your leaders in the battle, you might stand to lose them, which in my case, there's something that could be lost. But anyway, no, if you don't have somebody to take over when they're gone, it looks like they had plans for that. Anyway, jumping up what appears to be 90 years, in 1561, a celestial phenomenon was reported over Nuremberg described as an aerial battle. So, ancient aliens, here we go. Try to get my hair right, It's too floofy today. Oh my god, it's getting worse. Now I have like a tiny afro. What the hell? What happened in 1639?
1639, the imperial forces are defeated by the Swedes at the Battle of Ximenes. The Swedish victory prolongs the 30 Years' War and allows them to advance into Bohemia.
So I wonder what it was called before it was called the 30 Years' War. If it's called that because of the prolonging or what?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. 1775, the first abolition society in North America was established. The Society for the Relief of Free Negroes Unlawfully Held in Bondage was organized in Philadelphia by Benjamin Franklin and Benjamin Rush. Somebody's going to take that sound bite and use it to kill me.
The two B's, Benjamin and Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Benjamin and Benjamin. One's a Franklin and one's a Rush.
Yes.
Benjamin Rush was in the Rush.
Benjamin
Also,
Franklin was a hot dog.
1816, Buster, enslaved in British rule about Barbados, led a slave rebellion. For this, he is remembered as the first national hero of Barbados.
Interesting. Really cool. Barbados is a cool name, too. In 1849, Hungary declared itself independent of Austria with Lajos Kossuth as its leader. Cool.
Hey, you know who's from Barbados?
Wait, what about potatoes?
You know who's from Barbados?
Barbados Slim?
Besides him? Rihanna.
Oh, okay. That's cool. In 1865, U.S. Secretary of State William H. Seward and his family were attacked at home by Lewis Powell.
Hey, don't you talk about Barbados Slim. We are Hermes Conrad.
Yes. Hermes Conrad. So who is Lewis Powell? Let's see here. Also known as Lewis Payne and Lewis Payne, was a U.S. Confederate soldier who attempted to assassinate William Henry Seward as part of the Lincoln assassination plot. Oh, wow. Okay. So he was a Confederate sympathizer.
Okay. Also, in 1865, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln is shot in Ford's Theater by John Wilkes Booth. Lincoln lived till the following day.
Oh, wow. That's today.
Yeah. That's what happens when your fucking soft bottom show is starting. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, like I've been in the Ford's Theater, or actually not in, but I've been at it. I don't think I've been in it. But yeah, that's interesting. Why don't you take this next one here?
Oh well. 1881. The 4 dead in 5-second gunfight is fought in El Paso,
Texas. Interesting. So we have the assassination of Lincoln, or what would become his death. Him getting shot, and now a gunfight. That's interesting. Moving on up into 1890, the Pan American.
4 dead in 5 seconds.
Yeah, 4 dead in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 dead.
Yeah, they probably had to shoot each other.
Yeah. Yep. Never get into a gunfight. Moving on up 9 years, in 1890, the Pan American Union was founded by the First International Conference of American States in Washington, D.C. Nice. What was the Pan American Union anyway? I think it has something to do with Central America.
Also, 1894, the first ever commercial motion picture house opens in New York City, United States, using the Kinetoscope, a device for peep show viewing of films.
That's cool. That's really cool. So is that like the predecessor to a movie theater?
Yes. Are those things you put a coin in and you slip down and crank?
A kinetoscope? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. For a second, I thought you said kaleidoscope, but no, it's a kinetoscope. So.
Kinetoscope.
But let
Kinetoscope.
me look it up real quick, just to be sure. Kinetoscope. The kinetoscope is an early motion picture exhibition device. The kinetoscope was designed for films to be viewed by one individual at a time through a peephole viewer at the top of the device. So you are correct. I was thinking kaleidoscope. I'm like, what the hell are they doing with a kaleidoscope at a movie theater? That's weird. But no. Anyway, in the year 1900, the World's Fair Exposition Universelle opens in Paris. And that's when they built the The Eiffel Tower, right? For the World's Fair, or was that before?
Yeah, I think so.
Eiffel Tower. Um, Opened in 1889. So March 31st in 1889. So that was 11 years before this. So it might have been a different World's Fair. Why don't you take this next one here?
1906, the Azusa Street Revival opens and will launch Pentecostalism as a worldwide movement.
Okay. What is that? Pentecostalism, or classical Pentecostalism, is a Protestant charismatic Christian movement that emphasizes direct personal experience of God through baptism with the Holy Spirit. Interesting. So they launched a worldwide movement with that. Let's see, 1908, Hauser Dam, a steel dam on the Missouri River in Montana, U.S., failed, sending a surge of water 25 to 30 feet deep, which is 7.6 to 9.1 meters, downstream. Of course, downstream, but that's really deep. Why don't you take these next two here?
Which year? 1912?
1900 and 1909 and 1912.
1909, the massacre is a massacre organized by the Ottoman Empire against the Armenian population of Sicilia.
Well, that's not nice.
And in 1912, the British passenger liner RMS Titanic hits an iceberg in the North Atlantic at 2040, which is 11:30.
1140.
Or 11:40.
Mm-hmm.
And it sinks the morning of April 15th.
Which is smart. So this is strange. The Titanic hits the iceberg but doesn't sink, and Lincoln gets shot but doesn't die. And they both, well, Lincoln dies the next day or the day after. He lived for a couple of days, I think. But that's a little weird. I had no idea Lincoln got shot the same day, calendar dates, as the Titanic getting hit. Wow. Today is a very eventful day. Jumping on up into 1928, the Bremen, a German Junkers W-33 type aircraft, reached Greenlee Island, Canada, which was the first successful transatlantic airplane flight from east to west. So yeah, didn't we cover that yesterday? You talked about that.
Yeah, I think we did.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 1929, the inaugural Monaco Grand Prix takes place in the Principality of Monaco. The race was won by William Grover Williams, driving a Bugatti Type 35.
Nice. See, let me look at that real quick. A Bugatti Type 35. I'm not really that much of a car guy, but I want to see what this car looked like. Oh, one of those. Okay. Dang, that's pretty cool. I'd like to zip around in that thing. Moving on up into 1931, the Spanish Cortes deposed King Alfonso the 13th, the 13th? Yeah. And proclaimed the Second Spanish Republic. Interesting. In 1935?
In 1935, the Black Sunday dust storm, considered one of the worst storms of the Dust Bowl, swept across Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle and neighboring areas. Oh shit, the Dust Bowl.
Yep. Yep, the grapes of wrath time. Well, moving all the way out to California, and then voting Democrat and ruining everything. 5 years later, in 1940, during World War II, Royal Marines landed in Namsos, Norway, in preparation for a larger force to arrive 2 days later. Establishing a beachhead.
I didn't hear anything you said.
You got really roboty. What was that?
You're sounding robotic too.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Maybe the internet's clunking out again. Can you hear me better now? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. What was it you said before?
You're sounding robotic too.
No, before that.
Nothing.
Oh. What happened in 1941?
1941, World War II. Germans and Italian forces attacked Tobruk in Libya.
Ah, yeah. And take the next one here as well.
Also, in 1944, Bombay explosions. A massive explosion in Bombay Harbor kills 300 and causes economic damage valued then at £20 million.
Wow. Well, at least the city of Bombay, they have an appropriate name. They are of Bombay. Anyway, 365 days later, in the year 1945, the raising of Society, the 4th Canadian Armored Division, deliberately destroyed the German town of Society on the orders of Major General Christopher Vokes. Well, that seems like a waste of time and ammunition and manpower and money and such. Like, why would you just destroy a town? Like, it seems kind of unneeded.
Yep, it is.
What happened in 1958? In
1958, the Soviet satellite Sputnik 2 falls from orbit after a mission duration of 162 days. This was the first spacecraft to carry a living animal, a female dog named Lankia, who likely lived only a few hours. Oh shit, only a few hours. That's horrible.
That sucks. But isn't it human nature to send the first creature into space to be a bitch? Anyway, in 1967, Ganes Egbe Iyadema overthrew President of Togo Nicholas Gruntiski and installed himself as the new president, a title he would hold for the next 38 years. Wow. Wow. That must have been brutal.
Yep, it is brutal.
1978.
In 1978, Chobelski demonstrations, thousands of Georgians demonstrate against Soviet attempts to change the constitutional status of the Georgian language.
Yeah, don't step on people's native tongues. Come on, guys. Russia should have known better. 1981, STS-1, the first operational space shuttle, Columbia, completed its first test flight. It's nice. And then in 1986, the heaviest hailstones ever recorded, which was 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds, that is heavy, fell on the Gopalanj district of Bangladesh, causing the death of 92 people. Yeah, that would kill people. That's heavy. 2.2 pound chunk of ice coming down on your head, you ain't gonna get up.
Also, 1988, in a United Nations ceremony in Geneva, Switzerland, the Soviet Union signed an agreement pledging to withdraw its troops from Afghanistan.
Yep. Also in 1988, the USS Samuel B. Roberts struck a mine in the Persian Gulf during Operation Earnest Will.
Damn. Also, 1991, the Republic of Georgia introduced the post of president after its declaration of independence from the Soviet Union.
Alright, so we went from, let's see here, when was it? In 1978, and then 1991. So that's within 13 years they went from wanting to keep their own language to independence. See what happens, Russia? Don't tread on me. Jumping on up in 3 years, in 1994, in a U.S.-friendly fire incident during Operation Provide Comfort in northern Iraq. Oh, what a ironic name, 2 United States Air Force aircraft mistakenly shoot down 2 United States Army helicopters, killing 26 people. Well, that did not provide comfort for them, you know.
Damn.
So.
Also, in 1999, a severe hailstorm strikes Sydney, Australia, causing a $2.3 billion in insured damages, the most costly natural disaster in Australian history.
Dang. More hail stuff. Oh, hail no. Moving up into 2002, Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez returned to office 2 days after being ousted and arrested by the country's military. Can't keep a bad dog down, I guess.
Also, 2003, the Human Genome Project is completed with 99% of the human genome sequenced to an accuracy of 99.99.
That's terrifying. You know, they can map out our genomes and such, you know, like, and this is what we know, you know, like, you know, there's obviously human cloning and stuff out there. If you've ever seen the movie The Island, yeah, we're living in that world. Like, China's doing it blatantly. Moving on up into the year 2003, U.S. troops in Baghdad captured Abu Abbas, leader of the Palestinian group that killed an American on the hijacked cruise liner, the MS Achille Lauro, in 1985. What kind of American, though?
Who knows?
See, like, you know, whenever people say American, like, it really confuses me. Are they talking about United States citizens, Canadians, Mexicans, Panamanians, Chileans, Brazilians? America is 2 continents containing 35 countries. The United States of America is only one of them. So whenever you say Americans, you're essentially talking about half of the planet. So it's really confusing to me personally. But that's just my 2 cents. Sorry, go ahead. 2005?
2005, the Oregon Supreme Court nullifies marriage licenses issued to same-sex couples a year early by Multnomah County.
Nullifies marriage licenses. Okay, so it canceled them out. Oregon, of all places. That's interesting.
That's stupid.
It is, you know, like, gays have every right to be married and be miserable like straights, you know, like, why do only straight people get to be miserable in a locked-in, you know, thing, you know? I say spread the sadness everywhere. Anyway, in 2006, twin blasts triggered by crude bombs during a Sar prayer in Jama Masjid, Delhi, injured 13 people. Well, good, there's no deaths, so that's finally something good, you know?
Yeah. What year?
2010.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Twin bomb blast in Abuja, Nigeria, killed at least 75 people and injures 141 others. I mean, yeah.
That was 2014. In 2010, nearly 2,700 were killed in a magnitude 6.9 earthquake in the Yushku Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture. Interesting. And then in 2014 as well, 276 schoolgirls were abducted by Boko Haram in Chibok, Nigeria. Ooh, that's not good. 276.
Nope.
Why don't you take this last article here?
2016, in Japan, the foreshock of Kumamoto earthquake occurs.
It's always interesting, you know, like, you know, you get a little earthquake, you know, is that it? Is there going to be worse? Is this a foreshock? You know, what is this? You know, as someone who's lived in earthquake country all their lives, you know, it's rough, you know. The very ground you stand on is not always stable. And that's the foundation of the foundation, and when that starts shaking the whole world, yeah. Anyway, before we get into births and deaths, any articles intrigue you today?
The assassination of Well, Lincoln and the other guy.
Yeah. Don't forget Titanic getting hit by the iceberg.
Yeah.
And then the hailstones, the 2.2 pound hailstones. That is, I can't imagine, dude. Like,
Okay, a baseball.
it's a baseball getting thrown at you, maybe. Like, anyway, moving on into bursts. Why don't you start us off here? Okay, I guess I'll start it off. In the year 1126, Averroes was a Andalusian Arab physician and philosopher.
1819, Harriet Ellen Ganius R.A., American educator, author, editor, and publisher.
1852, Alexander Greenlaw Hamilton, an Australian biologist. And that's interesting. I wonder if they knowingly named him after a American founding father. U.S. founding father. I said America because it wasn't U.S. for another 10 years, so don't try to get me on my own technicality. 1868, Peter Behrens was born on the States. He was a German architect who designed the AEGF turbine factory. I gotta look that up. What does that look like? Oh, it's just a big old building. That's cool. Huh. Looks like a hangar. Who else was born today, Mr. Sohen?
What year?
1876. Are you in the middle of something? Like, am I interrupting
No.
anything?
No.
Okay.
1876, English, Cecil Chubb, English barrister, at one time owner of Stonehenge.
He owns Stonehenge. That's pretty cool. I want to own a landmark like that. 1891, B.R. Ambedkar. He was an Indian economist, jurist, and politician who was the first Indian Minister of Law and Justice, and I want to know his full name. All these people with the abbreviations. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. Alright, that's an interesting name.
Also, 1925, Abel Muzorewa, Zimbabwe minister and politician who was the first prime minister of Zimbabwe Rhodesia.
Hey, cool. 1935, John Oliver was born on the state. He was an English bishop, not to be confused with the comedian, who is a leftist idiot. So. And then in 1937, we have Evi Arazi, an Israeli businessman who founded Scalix Corporation.
In 1950, we have Peter Capaldi, Scottish actor who played the Doctor in Doctor Who.
Yep.
Well, the 13th Doctor.
Yes. 13th Doctor.
Oh, no. Let's see. Hold up.
Yeah.
David Tennant was the 10th. Matt Smith was the 11th. He's the 12th Doctor.
He's a 12th?
I think so.
Hold on a second. List of doctors. Doctor Who 12. Doctor is, looks like Peter Capaldi. You're right, yeah. He was the 12th Doctor.
Yeah, because David Tennant was the 10th, the 10th Doctor, and Matt Smith was the 11th.
Two of them looked relatively the same. Like, which one was the guy with, like, the big old jaw?
The 11th, I think.
Okay. Yeah, like two of them are, like, really skinny, tall people. So. Anyway, in 1966, we have Greg Maddox, a U.S. baseball player, coach, and manager.
Also, in 1976, Julia Zerimo, French-Australian actress, comedian, singer, and writer.
And that does it for the bursts. Going on to the deaths. Starting it off in the year 911, we have Pope Sergius III, Pope of the Roman Catholic Church.
1322, Bartholomew the Bartelsmere, first Baron Bartelsmere, English soldier and politician who was a Lord Warden of the Cinque Ports. What a name.
1471, we have John Neville, first Marquis of Montague.
Montague. Also, 1578, James Hepburn, 4th Earl of Bothwell, English husband of Mary, Queen of Scots.
1662, William Fiennes, first Viscount Say and Selle, died on this date. He was an English politician.
1785, William Whitehead, English poet and playwright.
If there's a Whitehead, like, does that make him a zit? Can we pop him? 1886, Anna Louisa Gertrudia Bosboom Toussaint, a Dutch novelist.
1914, Herbert Land, English activist who co-founded the Fabian Society.
What is the Fabian Society? The Fabian Society is a British socialist organization whose purpose is to advance the principles of democratic socialism via gradualist and reformist effort in democracies rather than by revolutionary overthrow. The Fabian Society was also historically related to radicalism, a left-wing liberal tradition. So this is a leftist crap, and straight up the whole point about it is to subvert. It's the same exact way that they took over the country and this world today. So I gotta disrespect this guy's name because he is a leftist sociopath. Anyway, 1916, Gina Krog, Norwegian suffragist and women's rights activist.
1917, L.L. Zamenhof, Polish physician and linguist who created Esperanto.
Interesting, and I'm not finding his... Oh, here it is. Well, his actual name is Laser Zamenhof, but he goes by LL. I don't know why LL. It's not saying anything about it here.
Who wants to be called Laser?
I would. That's a pretty cool name, Laser. I don't know.
Yeah, well, imagine your boss saying, "I'm a firing my laser."
I'm a firing my laser.
No, blar. You're just getting fired. You're just getting canned.
Yep. Uh-oh. 1962, we have M. Visvevaraya, an Indian engineer and scholar, and I have to look up his name now, too. Oh god. Sir Mokshag... Okay, hold on a second. Sir Mokshagundam, Srinivasa Shastri Vish Harwari. Oh my god, what is... My tongue is gonna suicide itself, I swear. This name.
Okay, in 2000, Phil Katz, U.S. computer programmer who co-created the zip file format.
Hats off to you. Zip files. 2004, Micheline Charest, English-Canadian television producer who co-founded the Cookie Jar Group. I wonder who took the cookie from the cookie jar.
It's a cartoon company, I think. Also, 2013, Efri Azari, Israeli businessman who founded the Scala Corporation.
Also in 2013, R.P. Goenka, Indian businessman who founded RPG Group, and that is a rather violent sounding group. His name is Rama Prasad Goenka. Okay.
Also, in 2013, George Jackson, U.S. singer-songwriter. No, he is not related to Michael Jackson.
Okay. And in 2021, last but not least, we have Bernie Madoff, U.S. mastermind of the world's largest Ponzi scheme. So, I'm gonna add a couple links to this underbar here. Let's see here, Bernie Madoff to the Fabian Society. Do I have the Fabian Society in here? Yes, I do. I have that guy. I have this. Okay. Add this in. Boop, boop. Alright. That appears to be the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links that you may be interested in for your dose of past events daily. We stream every day. And I forgot to also mention, like in the description, we also have a link to
Sohin TV on Twitch.
Yep. And everything Omni Coalition. You can check us out every day between 12 noon and 3 p.m. Pacific time.
2 at 5 Central.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am Mayo Xander.
I am me.
And you are you. Until tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles. Let's go, Brandon.